I'm going to get into something that we're talking about passion. We're talking of happiness. You spoke several times taking the word happiness. Now, I think passion, especially your singing, is got to do with your happiness. It's not a part of your career, but it's something which will give you happiness, which may or might, help you excel, in your career front as well. Is that how it works? At the same time, I want to ask you another question. I know you come from humble beginnings. What about your children? They've been spoon-fed, and there are people who've been born with a golden spoon. Where do they learn humility from? What do you like to say, our viewers? It's not that easy for them because they've not experienced it to actually know what humbleness and humility is all about. So, and at the same time, of course, I'm waiting to meet your lovely half, your beloved, and to hear a romantic song. I know, isn't it crazy? I mean, we on this platform, with Incredible Indians, which is brought by DDF Advertising, to really empower and encourage all the entrepreneurs or who wants to get into startups. But trust me, it's all about the happiness factor, and we'll get to know more about this from Andy. So please, let's go ahead.
Simranji, thank you very much for asking me that question in regards to my children. By the way, I must tell you one thing about my children, that whatever Sigma Group is today, it will be unfair for me to tell you that it is all because of me. Because in the last few years, all my children are involved with me in the Sigma Group. They are working with the Sigma Group. Even two of my children that are doctors, Mona being a pediatrician and Aaron being a cardiologist, they are also involved with Sigma Group in some way, shape, or form. Wow. But other four kids, Anita Paras and Anil Natasha, are definitely fully involved with the Sigma Group. And the growth I have seen in Sigma Group for the last few years, definitely a lot of credit goes to them. Now, children being one of my favorite subjects, I want to say something to your viewers, children's parents. Okay, I want to address this. We as parents love our children a lot. And because of that, we try to fulfill our unfulfilled dreams through our children. So supposing I wanted to be a doctor and I could not be a doctor, I want my children to be a doctor, etc., etc. Similarly, totally unfair, because as parents, we should recognize that each one of the children that comes to this world, although they are born in your home, but they have their own journey. They have their own prarabdha. So therefore, we should, in fact, as parents, assist them in fulfilling their dreams rather than our dreams. Okay. Now, mind you that we have to guide them to see the right dreams to some extent. But their dreams may not be in sync with our thinking. So we have to give them that freedom of thinking, that they can actually think out of box, they can think outside of the parents' thinking and actually realize their dreams. So we should be really assisting them rather than directing them, if you will. Okay, that's my thinking.
Beautiful, assisting them rather than directing them. I mean, this is really powerful. Coming towards success, what do you think is success? And I was also talking about the happiness aspect, with your right brain and the left brain, where you're really following your passion of singing. Do you feel ever that it really makes you excel as an entrepreneur as well, and balances the right and left brain, as well as, of course, we want to listen to your singing, that goes without saying. But do you think all this philosophy works? Because, we've always heard, since we were a kid, that all work and no play made Jack a dull boy.
So let's understand, because you understand this more than anybody else, you being spiritually enlightened yourself, you being a yoga teacher, you being a spiritual, and whatever I know about you, you are very, very much into all those things. Okay. The purpose of life, what is purpose of life? I think if we were to, is purpose of life to make money? Cannot be that. Because if money made you happy, I mean, it'll be easy actually. If all it took actually was money to make you happy, it'll be. But the purpose of life is to be happy and content and peaceful and joyful and all those things, right? Money, obviously, in this materialistic world, can be just one, mind you, very essential means. But that cannot be all, end all. Whatever gives you happiness and joy and all that. So supposing you are a happy person, you will be good at anything you do. Like write this interview, supposing इसके पहले मैं ममता से लड़ाई करके आया होता यहाँ पर आपके पास, तो obviously you will see a different Arjun than the one that you are seeing. So one person that I want to give the maximum credit to for my life, and this may not agree with many people. Of course, I love my parents, I love my family, I love my children, I love everything. But the person who is my heart and soul is my wife, Mamta, whom I call Rani and Mithi with love. Because, and I don't know, I feel that your spouse is the most important person in your life because you spend maximum time with your spouse. Children, they marry, they go away, whether it's a boy or a girl, these days, it doesn't matter. They are all gone. Your parents go away. I mean, so the person that you spend the most time with is your life partner. So if your life partner is supportive, and then nothing, you are a billionaire just by that. Okay, and to some extent, making your partner a life partner, a soulmate, or whatever word you want to say, it's a two-way street. It's God's blessings, first of all. Actually, all you are doing when you are distributing or sharing love, what are you doing? Actually, you are actually taking the glory or His light and sharing that light. It's all His, but we are just sharing it. So so I believe your spouse plays the most important role in your life, and happiness. Your spouse can determine your happiness a lot. They have a big say in your happiness, is what I believe. And whatever gives you happiness, if it is singing, if it is art, if it is, I'm sure shopping gives a lot of happiness to people. I love shopping, to be honest with you. In this, believe it or not, actually, I love even grocery shopping. Mamta and my favorite pastime is grocery shopping. We go grocery shopping together, and sometimes I'll go grocery shopping late in the night. So it's because what happens over the years, you have already accumulated so much of material that material starts giving you stress, right? How many shirts can you buy? How many jackets can you buy? How many? But grocery is something you buy and you bring home and then you cook. I'm a good cook also, by the way. So your grocery is something you buy, you come home, you cook and you eat. So it's shopping is enjoyment, cooking is enjoyment, eating is enjoyment. Now, after that, obviously, you have to be careful, like what it does to you. But it's if you eat within limits, it's really nothing but enjoyment. And we need energy as human beings, as living beings. We need energy to survive, to live. Right? That's
sure. So we're gonna go ahead, Andy, with a lovely song. Now that we've heard so much all praises for your better half. We'd like to have Mamta with you, if you don't mind. I know it's very strange, with the beautiful couple singing for each other and getting romantic. And how does this really concern the success of a individual as an entrepreneur? Yes, it does. For sure it does. Because it's all about the happy factor. It's all about, how good you feel from within, which will make you excel and take the right decisions and have the presence of mind and be aware at every single moment, which really matters. So I'm going to request you to please sing your favorite song for all our lovely viewers who are watching us here at The Incredible Indians. And this is what The Incredible Indian is all about. Andy, he's absolutely all-rounder. And when he said shopping, I was like in awe. I was like, really? This is so interesting. So let's go ahead with your song before we go ahead towards the final mantras to be successful in every endeavor of us.
So Simranji, please allow me 1 minute to bring my soulmate, because if she will come, then definitely you will see कि मेरे सुरों में इजाफा definitely हो जाएगा थोड़ा बहुत. So just allow me.
I want to see that miracle. Okay. Andy, I want to know if you're listening to me.
I am listening to you.
Is this romance now since the past couple of years, or was it always there? Did you have so much time to romance? I mean, you have like 3 kids. It's not easy.
Simran, I want to ask this question. I want you to ask this question from Mamta ji, because
yeah, she's at the receiving end, of course. Must be a giver too, but yeah, I like to ask her.
I want to tell you, Simran, one thing, that as I told you, I was the last. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Well. Very well.
I was the last person in my family, in our family, to be married without seeing their wives. Okay, prior to the wedding. But I was the first person in my family to go on a honeymoon the very next day. Before this, none of my brothers, my elder brothers, never went on honeymoon, because you come. It's not a very common thing in India, and especially in a place like Katni, in a small town. So I was the last person to be married without seeing my wife before wedding, but I was the first person to go on honeymoon with Mamta. And if I tell you, this is important. On our entire honeymoon, we stayed in dharamshalas all throughout. She hates me still even today for that. And wo dharamshala mein bhi aise the ki the bathrooms were not attached. So she had to go from her room to the bathroom. So one of the destinations for our honeymoon was Kathmandu. And in Kathmandu, we stayed in Marwadi Dharamshala, where it was December. We were married in December, and it was too cold. And so this time we were actually in Kathmandu once again about a year ago. And we stayed not in a dharamshala this time. So obviously we were remembering the Marwadi dharamshala. So I took her back to Kathmandu. I said, I want to make it up. So we stayed at Grand Hyatt, obviously, and she got a red carpet treatment there. So I'm trying to make up with Mamta for all the kast or all the pains that I have given her in my earlier days of. But I have loved her from not only day one, I would say day one minus. Rani?
Yeah, the moment you saw her picture. So I'm going to ask that, from Rani ma'am, if I may call her Rani. I know that's your word. I'll call her Mamta. Yeah. So I want to ask, I really want to know from you that I know you might feel nostalgic thinking about, years back, but was he so romantic even then? Or is it just that now over the years that, he's supremely well settled and supremely successful that he's got into this romantic phase?
Like, he's romantic more and more right now than...
At that time, of course, you have your career, you have other thoughts, and it was a new beginning for both of you. But that's lovely, and I want to see you guys now, in love while he sings a beautiful song for you.
when
Oh
you
my
ask,
God.
when you ask Mamta that question, was he more romantic before or is he more romantic now? I was afraid that she will say he was not romantic then and he's not romantic now.
No, he's always romantic.
But see,
That's lovely. That's lovely. Wow.
is love and romance the same thing?
Love and romance, the same thing you're asking me? No, not really. You
So
can be in love, but yeah.
I love her. I worship her, and obviously, she's my everything.
She's your heart and soul. She's your soulful partner.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. There can't be anything more than that. Beautiful. I'm so happy seeing both of you. I'm going to request Mamtaji to come slightly inside. In the perfect. This sounds good. So we'll hear a lovely song.
Now, I must tell you, Simran, as well as your viewers, that when you are singing a song and mixing audio as well as video, Zoom and StreamYard and all these technologies are still not to that level where they can handle the songs very well. Okay. So there will be some lip singing problem and there'll be freezing, etc., etc. So just bear with me. Just go with the intent rather than the performance.
Just look at the beautiful faces and the eyes. They're full of love. Nothing else we're going to take a look at. That was phenomenal, and there is romance in the air for a change. On the platform of Incredible Indians, it's romance in the air. I'm going to take this opportunity of truly thanking the very gorgeous and beautiful Mamtaji for being here with us on Incredible Indians. And I definitely want to ask you that you already mentioned that he's always been romantic, and I think it's romance personified today in our show. But I really want to know, spending so many decades with him, and when probably he faced some challenge, how did you react to that? Were you always supportive? And did you ever take something that, why are you planning to take a risk and starting your entrepreneurship when you're doing so well otherwise, So what part did you play at that point of time, Mamtaji?
I always support him, whatever he do, I'm always behind him. So that's the
Itna faith. Just the way he had
blind faith.
Blind faith. Only took you to Dharamshalas for honeymoon. Still so much faith.
Imran, वो कह रही है कि इसने ब्लाइंडली मेरे से शादी कर ली, मतलब मेरे से वो बांध लिया अपना वो, तो मैं कम से कम ये तो इसके करियर में तो ब्लाइंड फेथ कर ही सकती हूँ इसके ऊपर, राइट?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not about just meeting, a business tycoon. It's about meeting two beautiful souls who are already one. And it is such a beautiful feeling. Very rare in the world of today, we get to see such love personification, where two souls are one. And you all are one of the examples. So love you guys. Thank you so much. It's been such a lovely, moment with you, especially in the song. Absolutely. We could see it all in your eyes. So I'm truly going to be very, very extremely thankful to you, Mamtaji. And thank you. And I'm sure, the way you've raised your children and you're our grandparents now. So you'll have given and imbibed the same values in your children as well. Hats off to you. And we are really proud of both of you. So salute to you all, the way you achieved everything. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Simran, I want to tell you something in front of Mamta. That they were when I started Sigma Systems in early 90s, I used to work 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. In fact, I did not know the difference between Sunday and Wednesday. Actually, every day I'll be out, I'll be away. So when my kids were going through their tender ages, by the way, I was away from them. Now, I'm not suggesting this to your viewers that they do that, okay? But the reason I could do, in spite of that, my kids have turned out to be fabulous, is because of this beautiful lady, okay? She mothered them and fathered them. And instilled the values in them. Okay. So she maybe because I was out of the way, she was able to actually parent them very well. So I'm very, very blessed, extremely blessed to have Mamta in my life. That's for sure.
Beautiful. Gratitude, to the Almighty, that we got to meet both of you in this wondrous program, Incredible Indians. And truly, it's been a blessing. So thank you very much, Mamtaji, for being here with us, for giving us your love as well as your time. Both are extremely precious.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Humble thanks to you with folded hands too. I haven't seen this kind of love ever in my life. Okay.
Mamtaji is going to make a cup of chai for me, and which I'm going to enjoy after I finish with you.
Wow. How lucky. All right. So coming back to... what is the message you like to give?
I have to tell you, I'm mere ko nazar na lage, but I'm super blessed. Okay.
I'm sure.
Mamta has been giving me bad tea since my marriage day one. Like aaj tak. और मैं बिना ब्रश किए चाय पीता हूँ सुबह. By the way, I'm giving you away my bad points. But all my life, unless I have a very early meeting and I have to rush, I have to run without chai. But she has been actually feeding me a bad tea, good tea, but in bed, all my life. All 44 years. I'm blessed.
Truly romantic. Beautiful. All right. And before our viewers start thinking about their love life, I want you guys to come back to the reality, because you need to be successful in your life. What is success according to you?
Success according to me is to, I'm going to come back to Ikigai. For you to understand your Ikigai and then achieve it. Because the ultimate goal of this life is to be joyful, peaceful, happy. And unless you achieve that, you will keep on struggling. Now, mind you, can we in Kali Yuga, can we achieve that ultimate goal of being Satchidanand? Probably not. But there is a degree of Satchidanand on which some people would be miserable, some people will be predominantly content. Okay, so we should all strive to travel on that path of our own Ikigai, which could be different for me than for you, and try to achieve it and enjoy. One more thing I want to tell you. People think success is an event. Success is not an event. It's a journey. Because if you look at the Gita's principle, right? If you enjoy the karma, you are a winner already. A lot of people think, let me do all this stuff and then tomorrow I'm going to enjoy that. Okay? Totally wrong thought process. If you cannot enjoy the process of, by the way, then you are not going to enjoy. There's nothing in fact, I want to tell you, I want to give you a surprising thing. There's nothing in the end result. It's just it's a transient thing. So basically you have to enjoy the process of whatever Ikigai you are working for. That's the main enjoyment. For example, you have a party where you want to perform a song, which is 1 week from now. If you are thinking, I'm going to enjoy performing at that party and gain all my pleasure from performing, you got it totally wrong. You have to enjoy that 1 week of practicing that song. That's where the results are. Okay? Result to kuch bhi ho sakta hai. You may meet your requirement, you may not meet your requirement. Show kaisa bhi ja sakta hai because show has a mind of its own. Okay? But if you enjoy the process of preparing for that event, then you are a winner, right? So I believe in enjoying the process.
Lovely. I think this is a great learning experience which we all have to realize and start enjoying and relishing every moment of your life. And thank you for your definition of success. I haven't really heard, the definition of success defined in such a simple manner, and making one realize that how do you actually enjoy the journey of life, this beautiful journey that we're all going through. My humble thanks with you with folded hands. And in case I've missed out something, I want you to really cover it up for our lovely viewers who would probably get that gist. Maybe with that one suggestion of yours, one mantra of yours, their life could change. Is there anything you'd like to share with everyone?
I would humbly request all of your viewers to go and buy a book, The Power of Now, authored by Eckhart Tolle. He's a Canadian author. And basically, what it says, everything is going to happen in the present moment. The past is not with you anymore, so do not dwell in the past. The future may never happen. In fact, the future will happen, but it will happen in the present moment. So your journey is all about present moment. Start enjoying now, each and every moment. The moment that you and I are with each other right now, we have to enjoy this. If we cannot enjoy this, then we are not successful.
Beautiful. Okay. Lovely. So thank you for recommending the book, The Power of Now. And I look forward to reading it as well. And I hope a documentary is made on your life for sure, Arjunji. And I'm going to end with, the favorite Shishya of Guru Dronacharya, Arjun. And that's what, your name is. I can see that same power, the same power of contemplation, concentration, focus, contentment, and of course, the success that you achieved in your life, in every endeavor of life, be it personal life, professional life, and of course, life with all your friends and your folks around you. So I'm going to take this opportunity of thanking you for being here with us. And you truly are an incredible Indian, and it's been such a wondrous time that I've had with you. So I'm going to thank you on behalf of DDF Advertising for being here with us. And I look forward to taking a look at your entire film, where people would just feel connected with you at one go and realize what life is all about. Life is simple, life is beautiful. Just be happy, peaceful, and calm. So thank you so much, and lots of love to all of you. Thank you to our lovely viewers, and please do share this with others as well while we take this opportunity of thanking our legend, Mr. Arjun Jasuja, for being here with us. Oof. Andy. Thank you very much, Andy. And I can call you with that romantic name because the entire session was romantic, with Mamta around you and with Mamtaji around you. And of course, otherwise also, you look so amazing. I mean, the glow in your face says it all. So thank you once again for being here with us. Absolutely been my pleasure.
Simranji, I also want to honestly and truly thank you, and for giving me much more credit than I'm deserving of. All we want is that even if one of your viewers can learn from my journey. I'm a very ordinary person, but on the other hand, each and every individual that God has made is extraordinary. And I'm no different. So I'm extraordinary that way. And we can learn from each and every human being that exists. So if any one of your viewers can learn from my journey, then I would be very thankful to God. And I am thankful to you and Manish ji for giving me this privilege, this honor, and putting me on a pedestal that I'm truly not deserving of. I thank you very much. At the same time, I want to apologize for my bluntness, for my for my candidness, and for all the defects that I have. And so my apologies to all your viewers and to you.
I could only see your strengths, absolutely all your strengths. And there is no dot of weakness around you. So it's always opportunities that you're looking forward to, and you're exploring it to the utmost. And of course, it's always the strengths, the positivity and the optimism which really came out in this conversation. So thank you so much once again. And you deserve actually much more than this. So we'll end with this. And humble thanks to you.
Thank you, Simranji. Thank you, Manishji.
Wishing you all the very best for your future endeavors. And we look forward to being a part of several endeavors right now. For sure. This is just the beginning.
Thank you, ma'am.